This is the best guard build in NBA 2K25. A 99 3-point rating, which means you get every single scoring badge on Legend and can green ridiculously tough shots consistently. Gets a 95 ball handling rating, which not only gets you Hall of Fame playmaking badges, but also grants you the ability to put on the best dribble moves in the entire game. Gets a 91 speed with ball rating, which means you're able to get Legend lightning launch after using your max +1 badge, allowing you to speed boost and get open as fast as possible. And on top of all that, gets a 91 steal rating, absolutely breaking the stigma of being a defensive liability when you're on a small guard build. Before this game came out, they said you couldn't make a build that can literally do everything. Today we prove them wrong. What's up, Simply Squad? It's your boy Build Breaker Grinding, and I got y'all with a treat today. This build is going to be my main 3s and 5s build from now on. Just an absolute menace of a build. Look at the clips I'm getting in ranked 3v3 Pro-Am, where my team is a diamond ranked team, meaning we get nearly double rep for every game we play, which also means a lot of the teams we go against are sweating their souls off, and they can still do absolutely nothing to contain this build. First off, it's way too fast. Second, it can green from half court with no takeover, so they have to step up ridiculously far, and if they decide to double team me to finally try and contain me, it has a really high pass accuracy, meaning my teammates love to play with me because they get to green the easiest, most open shots of their entire life. Now y'all, like always, not only am I gonna give you the build, I'm gonna give you the jump shot, the dribble moves, the badges, everything you need to know to dominate the first game you make it. All I ask for in return for all this information in one video is that you drop a like and drop a sub with notifications on. This Friday when season 2 drops, I'm gonna be dropping a best jump shot for all builds, best dribble moves for all builds, a dribble tutorial, a video about the new passes coming up and what to expect. Just a lot of information you don't want to miss out on. So even if you think you're subbed, make sure you are so you don't miss out on that. Anyways, y'all, we're about to get right into the build, but first, this video is sponsored by Underdog. If Joe Burrow throws for 1 yard this weekend, you can win big on Underdog. All you have to do is scroll through, find your favorite players, and choose if they're gonna go higher or lower on their projected stats. And the more you get right, the more you win. It's that simple. But that's not all. Thanks to Boosttober, Underdog is going to be offering a booster promo every single day of October. That's a spooky amount of money you're leaving on the table if you don't sign up for Underdog. There is no reason not to sign up today. So make sure to click the link in the description and sign up using code GRINDING, because if you do, you can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Thank you to Underdog for sponsoring this video, and let's get into it, yo. Alright, y'all, now for the build. You can go right or left-handed, it's up to you. Just keep in mind that if you go right-handed like I'm gonna do, your fade to the right is gonna be slower and your fade to the left is gonna be quicker. I actually prefer to fade to the left, so I like going right-handed. And I also just like the animation of my players shooting with this right hand way better. For the build, you're gonna go point guard. The height is gonna be 6'2". The weight is gonna be lowest possible weight, which is 165 pounds. And the wingspan is gonna be a 6'3" wingspan, so you can have a 99 3-point rating. And speaking of our 3-point rating, that is exactly what we're gonna upgrade first. We're gonna go a 94 3-point rating. But Grinding, you just said we're gonna have a 99. Yes, you are. When you hit start at 3, you're gonna put your 5 cap breakers into your 3-point shot, giving you a 99 3-point rating, which of course is gonna give you every single shooting badge on Legend. But it costs way too much to get a 99 3-point rating in the builder, so we're gonna keep it at a 94. Trust me, this is the best method in the builder. Now that we're done with our 3-point rating, we're gonna go to our ball handle, which is gonna be a massive 95 overall rating. And believe it or not, this isn't even for a specific badge. We're not going a 95 ball handle to get ankle assassin on Hall of Fame, even though that is a good badge. We're going 95 ball handles so we can unlock Steve Francis dribble moves when we hit starter 4. Again, no, you do not need to hit starter 4 for this build to be good, but you want to make a build that gets better over time the more you play. Off rip, the 95 ball handle and 94 3-point shot is going to have you cooking everybody and greening every shot. But over time, you're going to have a 95 ball handle, a 99 3-point rating, means you're going to get every single shooting badge on Legend, and then once you hit starter 4, you're also going to have every dribble move in the entire game, which in my opinion is absolutely insane. When this build is done, you're going to see that this is the absolute best build you can make with only 5 cap breakers. Now that we got a 95 ball handle, we're going to make our speed with ball a 91, obviously giving us Hall of Fame lightning launch, which we're going to use our max +1 badge on to give us Legend lightning launch, which means you'll have every single shooting badge on Legend as well as Legend lightning launch, so you're able to get open ridiculously easy and then green the shot ridiculously easy. And then finally, to finish off playmaking, we're going to go in 85 pass sack, of course, for bronze bailout, but it also gives you gold dimer so your teammates won't sell you as often as they probably probably are right now. Usually I go 71 pass accuracy on my guard builds, but 85 pass accuracy on a build this small doesn't even cost that much. Surprisingly, you're gonna see we get everything we want in this build. And that's because even though we're already at a 94 overall, we can still upgrade our steel from a 30 to a 91 rating, which is massive. Not only do you get gold interceptor, which I think we can all agree is the most overpowered badge in the entire game right now, you also get gold gloves. So if you time the steel right when they do a dribble move and they size up, you will get a pluck 100% of the time, just like NBA 2K24. But we're not stopping there at just steel. We're also going in 82 perimeter defense. If y'all don't know, this is the minimum perimeter defense I recommend on every single build, and that's because it gives you silver challenger. Without at least an 82 perimeter defense, you are going to be getting shot over every single play. We all know that the perimeter defense, we all know that the contest system on this game is not the greatest. Being a smaller build, even if you hide in the corner on defense, which with this build you actually don't have to because you have pretty good defensive ratings, but if you decide to do that in a comp scene, the lockdown will just catch the ball and shoot right over you if you have no perimeter defense, because even if you're right there, it will register as open. But with this, you're at least gonna get a lightly contest. If he greens a lightly, he might just be the best. But I'm telling you, you're gonna see a major difference in your contests, in your defense. You're not gonna feel like a liability at all on this build. Speaking of not being a liability, we're gonna upgrade our interior defense to a 62 overall rating. Once again, if you decide to hide in the corner on defense, again, you don't have to, but if you decide to, the lockdown is gonna backdoor you. You're gonna have to be able to stop people in the paint. The good news is that 2K favored smaller builds this year. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but people have made 6'4" lockdowns, which is like the first time in years where 6'4" is a meta build for lockdown. And that's because smaller builds are faster and do not get the negative impact of being smaller this year, where they can't get contests in the paint because you can stop everything in the paint if you have the right rating. And that's gonna do it for our defense. Now granted, we're at a 97 overall, no way we get any finishing, right? Wrong. You're gonna have a driving dunk of a 74 overall rating. Really, all you need is a 73. You'll see once we do our physicals, that's gonna give us a bronze posterizer. But we're going 74 because at the end of the build, there's literally nothing else to upgrade. And then after that, we're gonna finish our build by finishing out the physicals. We're at 98 overall. We're not gonna be able to upgrade too much, right? Surprisingly, you can make your agility in 80, your speed in 87, and your vertical a 65, giving you bronze posterizer and bronze aerial wizard. After that, we're gonna put our last point on free throw to give us a 70 free throw, and then just upgrade our offensive rebound to finish the build. And one thing I want to say before we overview the build is if you play rec or prom, you can take off your driving dunk by 1 and put it on free throw to get a little higher free throw rating. Me personally, I just put it on driving dunk because it's not going to do anything anywhere else anyway. Now let's overview this build and explain why it's literally the best 3s and 5s build in the entire game. You have a 94 3-point rating, which means off rip you're going to get all gold shooting badges, the best jump shots in the game, but more importantly, if you're started 3 or higher like me, you're going to have a 99 3-point rating off rip, and if you're not, once you hit started 3, you're going to have a 99 3-point rating, which makes you jump from gold badges to literally every single badge on legend. Your fade green window is going to be insanely high. Your stand still green window is going to be as high as possible. We all know 2K25 makes you miss sometimes, and you're going to be able to catch and shoot from literally half court on the 3s, which is super important when you're playing double 6-7 popper / lockdown builds that are playing left right on your screen. You also have a 91 speed with ball, giving you Hall of Fame lightning launch, which you're gonna max +1 to legend lightning launch. I would not max +1 any other badge, which gives you the craziest speed advantage in the game. If y'all don't know the testing on legend lightning launch, it basically gives you 11 speed with ball points. So with legend lightning launch, you're running around with a 102 speed with ball rating. Yeah, getting open is extremely easy. It's even easier because you have a 95 ball handle. If you're started 4, you have Steve Francis signature size up, which if y'all don't know, with that dribble move, you literally just have to flick left or flick right and then run to get a speed boost. No other moves. You literally just flick left or flick right and then run, and you get an insane speed boost with legend lightning launch. You have 85 pass accuracy because people are going to have to double team you. You have an 85 pass accuracy because, trust me, people are gonna have to double team you. I have a 2K logo. I get triple teamed most games. So being able to pass to my teammates and not get them that little hitch animation on the catch leads to us winning a lot of games. And then finally, on defense, if you want to, you can guard ball yourself. You have a 91 steal, 82 perimeter defense. This is probably the only year where you do not have to have a set squad to make a small guard build. Most years, y'all get on me in the comments because I have my set squad, so obviously I'm gonna sit in the corner while my lockdown and my popper play defense for me. This year, you don't have to do that. Sometimes when I'm bored, I guard ball myself. It's just fun. And not to mention the amount of baiting I do in the corner whenever I do play comp lineups is absolutely insane, bro. I can run from the block block to the corner in like half a second. And then with how steals are this year, if I click X or flick my right stick, I'm getting the steal animation 100% of the time. It's not even a question. And then finally, we have an 87 speed and an 80 agility. 87 speed is for running the fast break. It's for going for lanes. And then 80 agility is just so if I do ever have to guard ball, if they force a switch on me, I can keep up with my lateral quickness. You get shades of Trae Young and Darius Garland. Honestly, that doesn't matter, but I want to show y'all the build name if you make this build is a shot creating 3-level threat. Now, just like I promised, let's get into the jump shot, the dribble moves, and the badges that you want to equip to dominate on day one. Alright y'all, first thing first, the dribble moves. I'm not going to go through every single one. Y'all can screenshot or pause the video, do whatever you have to. I just want to cover the fact that Steve Francis is a starter 4 animation, so if you don't see it, don't think you have like the wrong ball handling or speed with ball. It's literally just because you have to hit starter 4. If you do not have Steve Francis though, I want to tell you that Trae Young signature size up is very good. I use this every single time. I use this all the way up until I hit starter 4 and I had no problems whatsoever. I also like Kemba Walker. If you like Kemba Walker size up, that works very good too. But other than that, these are my starter 4 animations. Also, the motion style you want to have on is Jalen Suggs. Make sure you have Jalen Suggs. It makes you extremely fast. And the last thing I want to point out is that you want Jordan Clarkson hop jumper. If you don't know how to do like the little dribble glitch, I guess you could call it, where if you do a Jordan Clarkson hop jumper, your dribble moves just become insanely fast for the possession for whatever reason. Basically, all you have to do is hold RT and hold your right stick to the opposite side the ball hand is in. So if the ball is in your left hand, you're going to hold RT and hold your right stick all the way to the right. And if the ball is in your right hand, you're going to hold RT and hold your right stick all the way to the left. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. I'm going to drop a dribble tutorial, the best dribble moves, the best jump shots, everything like that, the second season 2 drop. The jump shot I've been using on this build is a jump shot I've been using basically all season. It's base Kyrie Irving, release 1 Oscar Robertson, release 2 DeAnthony Melton, 75% release speed, and the blending is 75% Oscar Robertson, 25% DeAnthony Melton. I switched from 4-4 to 3-4 release speed because it just makes it extremely easy to time. Honestly, I feel like going 4-4 this year is kind of just troll. There's no reason, unless the patch like really buff shooting, then maybe we could see 4-4 as being good again, but there's no drawback for going 3-4. The jump shot is still like a maxed out A+ release speed. And obviously the visual cue I use is push, which if y'all don't know what visual cue that is, it's literally right before you flick your wrist. So at the peak of your jump shot, right before your player flicks his wrist, that's when you want to release it for your green. And then finally, for your badge elevator, I recommend going Deadeye. You're going to get set shot specialist easily. You're going to get all your playmaking badges easily. Deadeye is a little harder to get. If you want to dominate off rip, you could go lightning launch to Hall of Fame and then max +1 lightning launch to get legend off rip. If you want to be as fast as possible right in your first game, that works too. But if you want to use your badge elevator on what's going to be the hardest badge to get, you definitely want to put it on Deadeye. And then your other max +1 is up to you. If you catch a lot of lobs, you go aerial wizard. I like to go break starter. Sometimes I get an offensive board or a defensive board and I just like to throw it down to my team. Plus, I don't really use any of these other badges anyways with how I play. The takeovers I like to use in my guard builds are 1 satellite. Deep bomber is like the only takeover that actually feels like takeover. With this, you can actually green from basically full court. Wherever you get a jump shot timing at full court, you can actually green the shot with this takeover. Another one I really like is 3 and D. It increases your perimeter defense and your agility and your 3-point rating. Obviously, my 3-point rating is max, but if you're not starter 3 yet, then maybe you like this one too. And yeah, yo, that's pretty much it. I hope y'all like this build as much as I do. It is mainly for 3s and 5s. Like, I can't stress that enough. If you use it on 2s, you might struggle a little bit against the taller builds. I found that I struggled on the 2s with it. I had to try really hard to win games. But on the 3s and 5s, I genuinely believe it is the most dominant build you can make for starter 3. At vet 2, that might change, but for starter 3 through vet 1, which again is going to be a long time, I have like 2,000 games played and I'm still not even vet 1. I think this build is going to be super meta. I got some other builds dropping for the 2s court. If you're a 2s player, don't worry, I got a 6-3 build coming strictly meant for the 2s court, so make sure y'all subscribe with notifications on so you're hip. So make sure y'all subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on that. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and as always, keep grinding. Hold on, bro, what they trying to get into? I gotta go see what she trying to get into.
Ballin', 2K we never be falling. Right, so she never be calling. Still hitting shots while they steady be taunting. Ballin', 2K we never be falling.